Good morning. Welcome to Rita's Brews. Well, I'm going to do another one of them recipes that y'all sent me last year for my birthday for that drawing for the quilt last year. And this morning, the recipe is from Teresa Foister in Fairfield, Ohio. And she sent blueberry muffin recipe. The Jordan Marsh's blueberry muffin recipe. She says, Rita, these are so yummy and found online years ago. Hope you enjoy. Teresa Foister. So that's what we're going to make. I've been craving some blueberry muffins. It's been a while since I made any. Let's see. Jordan Marsh's blueberry muffins. And I'm going to read this. It yields 12 muffins. And the time is 40 minutes to mix them up and bake them. This recipe came to the Times in a 1987 article by Marion Burroughs, The Battle of the Blueberry Muffins. 2 years prior, Miss Burroughs wrote about a recipe for the muffins attributed to the Ritz-Carlton in Boston. The hotel had adapted a recipe used by Gilchrist, once one of the city's best-known department stores. After it ran, a reader wrote in to say that the best blueberry muffins in Boston were not from the Ritz-Carlton, but from the now-closed Jordan Marsh's department store. She sent along the recipe with a description of how she picks wild blueberries, standing in a pond in the August heat, and plucking berries from the bushes along the bank. This version has a lot more sugar and butter and fewer eggs than the Ritz-Carlton's muffins. The recipe also calls for mashing a half a cup of berries and adding them to the batter. This produces a very moist muffin, one that will stay fresh longer. Alright, I read the introduction about the recipe that Teresa sent, so here we go. A half a cup of butter softened, 1 1/4 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, 2 flour, 1/2 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons baking powder, 1/2 cup of milk, and 2 cups of blueberries, washed, drained, and picked over, and 3 teaspoons of sugar that we're going to sprinkle on the top. Preheat the oven to 375, and now we're going to cream the butter and the sugar. Now, I've got a softened stick of butter here. A little pretty soft because I softened it in the microwave, so it's going to be just pretty soft. My husband's out putting out hay. Watch him come in right in the middle of the recipe of the video. If he does, he does. Alright, where did I put my sugar? There's my, here it is. Scooted it way back. 1 1/2 cups of sugar. And I'm going to cream it with my little handheld mixer here. And let me look at this while we... Alright, this is going to take a minute until it's light. Let's turn it up. If it goes faster, if I make it go faster, will it get ready faster? We want to make it good, and we want to follow the directions. Getting pretty light. I'm going to put the flour in that bowl in a minute. I should have already had the flour measured out, but I don't. I've got a hard lump of sugar right there. My sugar's lumpy. So I'm just, look at that. You ever have a hard lump of sugar? It's, Now I'm going to get, I didn't know y'all could do that, did you? Take your mixer and beat them lumps up. Some of this sugar I've had stored around here for a long time, so it is lumpy. But sugar keeps for a long time. Now I'm going to put, that's pretty light. It could probably be a little better, but it's not bad. Now I'm going to get 2 eggs. I've got most of my stuff laid out here. I'm going to break my eggs in a little bowl here. Let's see. Add the eggs one at a time. Well, there's one egg. Let's go ahead and break this one. Now, let's do them eggs. Y'all recognize little bowls like this? Probably come from oatmeal, what, 50, 60 years ago, probably, you think? Somebody will have to research the little bowls. But I would almost bet you that it come out of oatmeal with the brown and the little green inside. Let's put that second egg. Let's go ahead and put that teaspoon of vanilla. Here's my vanilla beans and a bottle of vodka. And I'm just going to guess at a teaspoon. Now set that back out of the way and just mix this up, and then we're going to have to measure that flour. Oh, there went another one of my lumps. I might make a mess when I do things, but it still all comes out in the end. Don't want to take ourselves too seriously. We want to laugh and have fun. I made a lot of stuff in this bowl. It was actually my mother-in-law's bowl. Some of y'all know that. And she was the best cook ever. She made a lot. When she passed away, I got the bowl. And you know, someday I want my daughter, my mother, to have her grandmother's bowl. But not yet. I'm still using it. You know, sometimes these kids want your stuff before you're gone, don't they? They do. Alright, let me get... Oh, here's my recipe. We want 2 cups of flour. Alright, I'm just gonna... Got my flour. 1 cup. I'm gonna kind of shake it so it levels off on its own. There's 2 cups. Half a teaspoon of salt. I'm guessing at it. And let's see, I'll measure the baking powder. Up. Rita, you're making a mess. Now. 1, 2. Get that out of the way. And I've got a little... I could sift it, but I'm just going to whisk that just like that. Be almost like as good as sifting, won't it? Almost as good. I've got a dollop of stuff that fell off of this. I'm going to get it before I make a mess. And now we're going to add this to this alternately with a half a cup of milk. Put a little of that. Put a little of this. Do y'all mix it with the mixer? Maybe. I think muffins is probably one of them things you don't want to over mix. Could have done it by hand, I suppose. Well, if I wasn't supposed to do it this way, we'll know better next time, won't we? A little flour, a little milk. Now, all the flour's in there. And all the milk's in there. still see some dry parts, so we'll... There, I think that's all I'm gonna do. Well, and now we're gonna put. Now I've washed. Let's see. I probably should have put them in flour, but I didn't. And part of these, I'm gonna take a fork and mash them up. I'll clean that up in a minute. Let's fold them in there. And here, these are mashed. Let's put them. There's what our batter looks like. Let me move a little bit more of this stuff out of the way. Pull this back. I know, my muffin tin looks like it's seen better days, don't it? And we're going to put little liners in there. There went one in the floor. It's supposed to make 12. Sometimes when I put stuff in there, I make a mess. I wonder if I've got a... Where'd my cookie scoop go? I don't know. Would that work maybe? And not make such a mess for me? Boy, it almost looks like it's going to make more than 12 though. Is this the way y'all would do it? Or do you have some tips for me? I'm not an expert at anything. I keep telling y'all that. I'd like to try and I like to have fun doing things. But I learn something new every day. Do y'all learn something new all the time too? I do. And if you was here beside me, you'd probably be telling me, no, you need to do it this way or that way. Well, I'm going to put a little bit more, but them just pretty full. I kind of think on my muffin tins it's going to make more than a dozen. Really a little bit more full than I want. Oh, they're just pretty full. What do y'all think? And look, I've got that much more batter left after my 12 here. Now, it wants us to sprinkle, there's my sugar over here. Wants us to sprinkle a little sugar on them. I'm just going to eat. And we're going to put them in the oven for about 35 minutes. Oh, let me put some more in that one. That one needs a little more. Let's put another dollop in there. Alrighty. I'm going to put them into the oven at 35 minutes. Y'all show up in about 35 minutes and we'll have a blueberry muffin together and we'll test them together. So I'll be back in I'm going to pause it, then I'll be back in a little bit. Y'all be up here in a little bit. I just took them out of the oven. They're still piping hot. They look good, don't they? And I still got this extra batter here we'll have to fix up. Where y'all at, though? I can see down my driveway. I don't see any of y'all coming. Where you at? I'll just have to save you one, won't I? Let me see if I can get them out of here, and we'll try one. Let's see. Can I do them like that? Maybe. Maybe not. Let me flip them back over. I'm going to turn them over now. It's almost too hot for me to even try one. They sure do. They sure do look pretty, don't they? I think so. Don't you? I think so. You know what? Let me get my little plate. Give me a little plate and I'm going to try one. Which one? I want one with lots of blueberries, wouldn't you? And they all look pretty much the same. I baked them for 35 minutes. Let me get that paper off there. Look at them blueberries in there. Let me give me a fork. Because that blueberry right there kind of stuck. Give me a fresh cup of coffee, don't I? Let me get my cup. I still got a little coffee in my pot. If you'll tell me you're coming, I'll put on a fresh pot and we'll have hot, fresh blueberry muffins and coffee together. All right. Got to blow on it, cool it off. They sure do look pretty. That's a good blueberry muffin. Yeah, you know me. I can't take just one bite. Not just one bite. I have to eat the whole thing. Look at that, those blueberries. Am I making you hungry? I'm trying to, so you're going to make you some blueberry muffins. Alright, I got to sign off on this video. It's been way longer than most of my videos. So I'll take this last bite, then I'll reach over there and turn it off. Alright, y'all show up and I'll share with you. Y'all come back now, you hear? Bye, love you.